well pitched and well defended game. And when our team can get the starting pitching like we got today and defend, that's our team. And obviously McGee pitched a beautiful ball game. I thought he got better as he went. Matt matched him pitch for pitch. Frisbee really fastball slider early, got to that changeup in the middle part of the game, and after what we went through in the conference tournament last week, to play 5 ball games, and he was out there twice. I mean, it's a lot. And Wancy came in and did, to me, a lot better later in the game when he was able to get his fastball to his glove side away to the righties, which is how the game ended. And offensively, the run early in the first inning was nice, and their lefty settled in and pitched well. The squeeze was a huge play. It's something we work on a lot, and that was a good job of Spitznagel to get that ball in play. Huge run, and Goss later with the double that just added that insurance run late in the ball game like that is a huge part of your offense, and it just gives you a little bit, obviously, a breathing room going into the 9th inning. Our defense, the 2 double plays were well executed, and I thought one of the key plays in the game was Shelton's on the hit and run, his ability to hang in there and backhand that ball, step on the bag, and turn a double play on a play that looked like it was probably maybe a 1st to 3rd situation. Very proud of the way we played up and down the lineup. Goss defense, the diving play down the line was huge, and because of the way that hitter swings the bat, we were in a no double situation later. And then he had to go backhand one and flip it to Wance. And those plays stood out, and the competitiveness of our team showed today. This is a resilient group, most resilient team I've coached, and they answered today.
Coach, you talked about resiliency. I mean, going from playing late last night to early this morning, getting here to the ballpark early, and then being able to score early in the ball game. Yeah. What type of messaging or mentality do you guys have to have and get together to make that happen?
Well, these guys seem to play well when they're loose, and obviously we have a game plan and our focus going in, but we wore shorts today, just let them get out there, take BP on the field. They know the magnitude of these games. They understand that they can compete with anybody, and I think it's just the nature of this group, and it starts with our older guys and their leadership, that you can learn from what happened the night before. They can process that quickly and turn around and come out in a very short turnaround and play remarkably well. And we've done that a lot. And I think it's a tribute to our older guys. And I will say that when your starting pitcher goes out, I mean, that's the guy that's probably the most prepared to go out and compete. Just having the rest and the training, that's what you need. And he did that today. And the runs early were big, but his ability to hang zeros on the board were equally as important.
Matt, did you feel the weight of that? The responsibility to come out and kind of set the tone for your ball club today?
Oh, of course. I mean, coming into our first regional, definitely felt the pressure of it. I told myself this morning, all the times be on the mound in the fall, during the season, this is where it counts right here. And I went with that mentality through the whole game, and went 6 innings, and Lance came in after me and got it done.
Were you able to settle in pretty quickly, or did it take a little time?
It took me probably at least one batter, I'd say. I know throwing in the bullpen, I knew it was going to be a mental grind today. But I knew it was going in, knowing it was St. John's, you know, what they do offensively, I knew that, you know, I wanted to keep it down, have my good off-speed today. But yeah, it took me, I'd say, probably at least one batter to get settled in today.
Michael, it kind of felt like they were starting to claw back in the game, then you hit the big double, and everything kind of reset, it felt like, in the ballpark. What was your approach heading into that at-bat?
Well, I was pretty upset with my first 3 at-bats, and I just tried to go in with a blank slate and not hold my first 3 at-bats against me. I knew that RBI, whether it was a single, double, anything, I knew that would be huge. And it would give Wance another run to work with, and I know he'd really appreciate that. Plus, I knew it'd get our fans into it, and the 9th inning would be a little bit easier. So I really just tried to not to put too much pressure on myself. Felt like I was kind of pressing earlier in the game, and just get a good pitch, put a good swing on it, and see what happened from there. And just glad that got over his head and we got the run.
Coach, now you get a chance to kind of watch Vandy and Clemson tonight. What's going to be your mindset? I mean, are you going to sort of overly scout this game, or are you going to be comfortable with what you've done in preparation?
No, we're going to scout this game, and you've got information. And we saw Clemson last night, and then we saw Vanderbilt in their opening game, so we've got an idea. We've got some options on the mound. Obviously, we're a little bit thin, but we played so well on Sunday. Our guys feed on getting things to Sunday. So we'll have a game plan. We don't try to overcomplicate what they hear and what they know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we are very aware of that they don't need to try to process. We don't want them to overanalyze what's going on. Obviously, both teams are very, very good. They've got pitching depth, and either way, it's going to be a really good ball game. And we'll do our best to be prepared with our scouting and to get these guys off their feet and let them rest and come out and have a good Sunday afternoon.
Coach, it seemed like you guys were really good in terms of getting your leadoff guy around to score early in the game, and you guys did really well to prevent their leadoff hits from scoring. How big was that in the game?
Well, the double plays were big, and I think we pitched out of 2 leadoff walks and a leadoff single that I remember, and I may have missed a couple along the way, but the double plays were really, really key. And you can go around the horn and just really look at everybody on that field contributed. Sigmund may not have had many putouts, but I look at Spitzy's catch. Mo's always solid. You can go behind the plate, clinches. In the top of the 5th inning, he raced their runner. And the catcher's always going to go back up. But to see a guy like that that's caught every inning essentially be stride for stride with their runner on a ground ball to short, I mean, it's remarkable. So you can go to third, you can go to short, second, and first base, and think about the defensive plays that they made. And that leadoff guy or not leadoff guy on, that was the difference in the ball game. And yeah, when you pitch out a leadoff traffic, I mean, you're just gaining momentum and almost taking runs and adding them to your column just by pitching out of trouble.
Michael, what does Coach do for you guys' confidence? It seems like you guys are confident in anybody you guys take the field against.
We just believe we're always in a game, whether we're up by 1, down by 5. Coach Jarrett's never putting too much on us. He's always trying to trying to push us to think about what the pitcher's doing to us. Just kind of working our approach, making sure that we have the right mindset when we go into the batter's box, and that's one of the reasons why we are successful offensively. And then we always preach just play solid defense. And I think that Coach Jarrett just does a great job of not putting too much pressure on us, but he always believes in us. And like I said, no matter if we're up or down, he always has faith in his guys.